And welcome to our live broadcast. Today is Wednesday, and I will be discussing 3 of the best benefits of intermittent fasting for us as today's aging women. And of course, this is my opinion of what I feel the best benefits of intermittent fasting have been for us in this community. And as a coach for women who are aging, going through the intermittent fasting process, these things that I'm going to be sharing with you today have really been the 3 things that have helped us as a whole and as a community really get what it is that we want out of creating this lifestyle for ourselves, as well as living our most authentic life. So welcome. If you are new, I always ask that you please take a second on YouTube to hit that subscribe button, and then also leave me a comment whether you are new joining us for the first time. I love getting an introduction from you and knowing that you're there with us in this community. And if you are a past course member of mine, take a second and leave a comment in the comment section letting us know what one of the key or best benefits of intermittent fasting has been for you. And all of my friends on Facebook, welcome as well. Please take a second to hit that like button. And again, share with us whether you're new or you've been in a course with me. And if you have a benefit of intermittent fasting that maybe differs from mine and you would love to share it with this community, I would love to hear from you. So 3 best benefits of intermittent fasting. And I'm going to address this specifically to our community of aging women because there are numerous benefits that we can reap from intermittent fasting, depending on what your goals are, depending on what season of life you are in, depending on what gender you are. All of those things really do matter. And we have to figure out how our body chemistry is working in any particular season of life that we're going through, as well as what our end goal is for entering into a new type of lifestyle. And all of those things will determine whether you're going to reap the benefits that you're hoping for or not. So let me start with my very first benefit that I feel that we can reap as intermittent fasting women today, and especially as we're going through this aging process. And that is the opportunity to teach our bodies how to be sugar burners efficiently, and how we can transition from that sugar burning lifestyle into a fat burning lifestyle so we no longer are insulin resistant, hypoglycemic, and feeling like we have to have excess carbohydrates in our life to get by. I share a lot in this community about how I work out fasted, how we have created a keto-like lifestyle for ourselves where we can really jump in and out of what it is that we want to have for our life, because we are now fat adaptive and we have taught our bodies how to burn through stored glycogen buildup and backup, which is causing us to be insulin resistant, pre-diabetic, hypoglycemic, all of those things that we feel that are really scary when your body is dependent on a drug. And yes, sugar has become that thing in our society that acts like a drug in our body. A lot of us are very addicted to it. We're scared to be away from it, and we don't understand how to tap into fuel sources until we really teach our body how to become fat adaptive. So the number one benefit of intermittent fasting, especially for us aging women, is being able to reverse all of those sugar dependencies that we have, being able to reverse insulin resistance, hypoglycemia, get ourselves out of a pre-diabetic or a diabetic state by just learning how to burn through sugar and become fat adaptive. So that has been really the most eye-opening, and I think for me the key benefit for this lifestyle, because I have been insulin resistant most of my life, and I was also on the cusp of being a type 2 diabetic, and which was very shocking to me, and it was just because I didn't understand that I could actually benefit from being fat adaptive and burning through a lot of those stored sugar glycogen type of situations that a lot of us end up having as we go through this aging process. So being fat adaptive and burning off sugar is the key benefit. Number 2 is autophagy. And before I get a bunch of hate mail and comments about autophagy and what it is and when you can reach autophagy, here's what I need us to know as an aging community. If you are healing your body through the process of intermittent fasting and you're learning how to listen to the signs and the signals that your body is sending you when you do something that it no longer likes or cannot process, you are in a stage of autophagy. Autophagy is just when your body is healing. So reducing inflammation, reversing diabetic states, getting your brain fog cleared out, having an abundance of energy. Those are all initial stages of autophagy. Are there deeper stages of autophagy where you can actually tap into some cancer reversing type of autophagy stages and some deep healing cellular rejuvenation? Absolutely. But just because you're only fasting for 20 hours doesn't mean that you cannot reap the benefits of what autophagy really is, and that is the opportunity for our bodies to be self-healing machines. So rest assured, if you are living a keto-like lifestyle and you're incorporating intermittent fasting and you're benefiting from benefit number one, which is no longer being sugar dependent and really being able to tap into those fat stores as your source of energy, then benefit number two can actually be something that you can take advantage of in your life if you practice this lifestyle. And then the third benefit that I feel is most beneficial to us as today's aging women is our ability to heal some of the past wounds that we have with diet and nutrition and cheating ourselves out of an authentic life. I think for me, just like learning about sugar dependency and being able to reverse a lot of the insulin resistance type of situations that I had grown up with, the healing aspect of my mind and my brain and my heart and my soul with what I was doing to myself all of these years with the negative self-talk and following other people blindly through a nutritional lifestyle and needing a meal plan and having someone else have to tell me how to feed my body in order for me to feel like I was doing something right was such a damaging way for me to live my life. And I know because of conversations that I've had with a lot of you women as well, you've suffered the same thing. Intermittent fasting is that opportunity that we have to really find that sense of peace and sense of calm with ourselves and really begin to feel confident about the fact that we are intelligent enough to feed ourselves and that we no longer have to wait for someone to tell us what to put in our mouth to nourish our bodies. And we can't really get to that place until we understand how our own individual body works. And when you understand how your own individual body works, then you can feed it wisely. You will no longer have to be dependent on a diet. You will no longer have to wait for someone to tell you what to eat. You'll no longer have to wait for the next big diet phenomena to come around for you to finally find success. You can find success on day one. Once you make the decision that it's your responsibility to nourish your body and do the things that you need to do so that you can be happy and healthy around food. Remember, food is not going away. Food is something that we have to have in our everyday life, but we have to find a way emotionally and mentally to live around it so that we can bring our best selves. And we really practice that in our intermittent fasting for today's aging woman course. The crust of what I teach women is, yes, there's some basic nutrition stuff that we go over in this. Yes, there's a certain way that we need to learn how to fast in order to reap the benefits very quickly. But the big long-term goal is really to become a totally healed woman. It doesn't matter what kind of body you have or what size jeans you wear or how much your body fat percentage is. If mentally and emotionally you're still a freaking hot mess about food, we have to be able to heal our minds and our souls and our bodies and our hearts with how we approach food and how we talk to ourselves about our bodies and what it is that we are going to move forward with once we have that empowerment and we can really be settled in the energized sense of calm and find comfort in being empty. And we talk about this a lot in this community. We talk about this a lot in my course, and the fact that hungry is where the magic happens. And when you get to a hungry state, how you should really feel strong there. You should feel empowered there. You should feel motivated there, and you shouldn't feel panicky, or you shouldn't start freaking out about the fact that you're going to starve yourself. You should find comfort and peace and control in the state of hungry. And that really is where we find that we can become very healed with some of the past dieting scars and some of those past wounds we have about, what it is that we do with ourselves with guilt and not being able to find that permission that we need to feed and take care of ourselves. So really quickly, the 3 best benefits that I feel we as a community of aging women can really reap from practicing an intermittent fasting and a keto-like lifestyle are: 1, training your body to become fat adaptive by learning how to burn off sugar stores. Number 2, be comfortable in the fact that yes, 20 hours of really good, consistent fasting and feeding your body properly can help you reach the state of autophagy with time and consistency. You do not have to do things in an extreme way, and the way you prove that is by healing yourself. And then the 3rd one is creating a happy and healthy relationship in and around food and giving ourselves permission to feed ourselves, giving ourselves permission to act like adult women and take care of ourselves the way we deem necessary and appropriate for us without having to wait for someone else to tell us what we need to do. Your body will speak to you very loudly and very clearly when you're doing something it doesn't like, and you'll know that when you're not feeling your absolute best. When you get to that feeling of being your absolute best, that's when you know that the lines of communication between you and your body are wide open, and you're listening clearly, and you're doing the things that are going to get you to that state of you being your best. I hope this helps you. If you're wondering if intermittent fasting might be that thing that you should start incorporating, I truly believe every woman who is aging, and remember, I defined aging as any woman who is going through changes of life. Aging doesn't mean that you have to be 50 or 60 or 70 or 80 or 90. Aging could be your teenage years and you're struggling with hormonal imbalance. Aging could be your 20s and maybe you're in your mid to late 20s and you're trying to conceive a child and you're having infertility issues. You're aging because something in your body is imbalanced. Maybe it's your 30s, maybe it's your 40s. Aging just means that you're alive and that you're going through a process of change. So this applies to each and every one of us who is going through those types of changes in our body. So this is where I like to open up the floor. So make sure that if you haven't already done so, you've left a comment in the comment section. I want to come through and welcome everyone. And I want to hear about some of the benefits that you have been reaping from incorporating an intermittent fasting and a keto-like lifestyle for yourself. And then I also like that you please hit that like button or share this broadcast with someone that you know and love who might benefit from incorporating this type of lifestyle as well. And grab a buddy. Living this kind of lifestyle with your girlfriends or your family members really does make this a lot more fun and a lot easier to stick with. So sharing this and bringing more people into this is really something that is not only rewarding for us, but it will be rewarding for them as well. So let me jump onto Facebook really quickly and see who is here with us. Amy's here. Welcome. Cassandra, hello. Marie, who's in our April course. Good to have you with us. Tammy, hello. Helen is joining us from Australia. Amy, let's see what her benefit from. Been fasting with this group for 2 years. One of my favorite benefits is now I have a mindfulness on how my body responds to food and working out. I was never really paying attention before. Now when I take the time to listen. Awesome. So yeah, so you really learn how to exercise differently. You learn how to feast differently. And it really does allow us to have, like Amy said, that mindfulness and a sense of control about the decisions that we're making for ourselves. So Amy, you've been reaping from the benefits from this for a very long time, and I'm super proud of you. Tracy, 1 meal a day, does it have to be keto? I'm vegan and that's really hard. I said keto-like, so I don't really think that anyone has to go straight keto if you don't want to. There are people who love it and they thrive in it, and I think that's fantastic. But when you understand the chemistry that goes on in your body through a fasted state, you'll understand how to incorporate a keto-like lifestyle and why that's going to make sense for you and why that will help you get to your results faster. So we tweak that around a lot. This lifestyle, I go through phases of being vegan myself, and I think that actually being vegan in this lifestyle is way easier than a lot of people think, because you think if you're keto, you have to go out and like eat a bunch of meat, and you don't have to. There's a way that you can incorporate a lifestyle for yourself nutritionally where you can be a vegan and you can reap the benefits as well. Helen, fasting comes natural now. Awesome, girlfriend. Kimberly, hello. Marie, I agree with you. Awesome, fantastic. Helen, the only problem I have is I am only sleeping 5 to 6 hours. Okay, so here's what I say about when you're only sleeping a certain amount of hours. There are plenty of days where I only sleep 5 or 6.5 hours as well. What kind of sleep are you getting? So I monitor my sleep. I always get deep sleep and I always get quality sleep, and sometimes 6 hours is the best I can do. And as long as I'm waking up and I can get through my day, I feel okay about it. On the days I can get 8 or 9 hours of sleep, I take 8 or 9 hours of sleep. I still get quality and deep sleep. And so I kind of ebb and flow with that because life's not perfect and I can't have 8 to 9 hours of sleep every night. So I say as long as you're going through life and you're feeling okay, who's to say 6 hours of sleep is not good enough for you? Renee from North Dakota, thanks for jumping on with us. Michelle is here as well. Kimberly, I'm loving the 20 hours fasting. It's been especially nice. I'm sick, don't have to fix 2 meals, burning fat, even though I'm too sick to exercise. Brain fog and hot flashes seem to be gone. Feels so good. Yeah, for sure. And the thing that we have to remember with fasting and feeding our bodies correctly, I did a post about this, I believe it was today or yesterday, about why we should be exercising for our tomorrow and not exercising away yesterday. A lot of what goes on in the diet industry and with a diet mentality is it's a calories in, calories out type of approach. And we know now that does not work. So you do not have to worry about how many calories are going out through exercise if you're feasting correctly and you're intermittent fasting. Your exercise should be based on the quality of life you want to have today moving forward. Exercise should never be the thing that we think about we have to do because we did something wrong yesterday. So our mindset needs to change about how we exercise as well. I exercise so that I'm physically capable to hang out with my family and hang out with the grandkids I hope to have someday down the road. And because I happen to be very clumsy and I fall down all the time, I want to be the woman that can get herself up. So I make sure that the exercise that I do will put me in a position where if I fall down, I can get myself up off the ground. Or if I need to move quickly, I can do those kind of things, and I'm not going to throw a back out or bust a knee or not be able to handle it cardiovascularly, the movement that I want to do. So think about that exercise, about how you want to move in your life moving forward, and that will help you be really consistent with that as well. And Brandy, I'm glad you caught us live. Susan from Massachusetts, good to have you with us, girlfriend. Okay, let me jump on to YouTube really quickly and see who we have here in the comment section, and then I'll recap the 3 points really quickly before I jump off. Mammy, hello. Linda, hello. Susan, good to have you. And Jeanette, nice to see you here with us today. She has lost 4 pounds in our April group already, and I love all the commenting that you're doing inside of our course. You've had so many aha, brilliant moments, girlfriend. So stay tuned in and keep moving forward. You're doing a great job. I'm new to this channel, and I would really would wish to know what I should eat as a vegetarian apart from vegetables. Mammy, I say jump into our course for sure, and if you're a vegetarian, just list all the things that are vegetarian-like that fit into the lifestyle that will allow you to look and feel your best and live your most authentic life, and then you just drill it down from there. Denise, hello. Carmen, been IF since February. I've been doing good. I'm over 50. Awesome, girlfriend, me too. Denise, hello. Melody, thank you for the wonderful information. You're welcome, girlfriend. Marley, member of the April class. One benefit, I'm having more time in the morning since I don't have to make or eat breakfast for myself. I've been meditating for a few minutes instead. Girlfriend, that's a huge win, and that is one of the things that we talk about a lot in this community as well, and that is doing nothing and embracing everything. We're no longer running around chasing food and meal prep and packing little baggies and putting insulated lunch boxes in our, on our car on the way out the door. Getting your life back is another one of those great benefits. So maybe it'll be benefit number 4. Getting your life back and your time back and not having to chase food down all day is definitely a bonus for sure. Delaney, my favorite part is feeling free from the seduction of food, feeling like I have some control. Yes, that's a benefit for sure. Cherish my daughter. I actually made it before the live was finished. Awesome, girlfriend. Welcome. Love having you here. Laura, can you define insulin resistance, and is it good to stay in ketosis during feasting? Is it a goal to stay in ketosis during feasting? Oh, insulin resistance is like in the short, like really quick way to define it. It's just your body's inability to process sugar, and so your insulin is not producing properly in your body. Over time, what happens is you become a diabetic. So insulin resistance is the precursor to diabetes, and for a lot of us who've been in that low fat, no fat, carbohydrate type of lifestyle, we just become insulin resistant because we're in carb overload all the time. So the best way to fix insulin resistance is to reduce your carbohydrates and get your body in a depleted state. So reducing carbohydrates isn't always enough. What you really need to do is get your body into the place where it's getting that deep kind of packed away glycogen storage, and you got to deplete that away. Sometimes it takes weeks, sometimes it takes months, sometimes it takes years. Like it took me almost a year to get my insulin resistance under control to where I could actually get out of that pre-diabetic, close to diabetic state. And it was just that I was eating incorrectly. I was eating too many carbs and not enough fat, following the diet way of living, and I never gave myself a break from having to produce insulin, and so that's where I ended up getting myself sick. So yes, I mean, you want to be in ketosis if you can, but for the most part, most of us can't really get into what is optimal ketosis. It's really difficult to do, and it could be just as bad as the diet type of world if you're obsessed about it. So what I really try to teach is to just be chill, and if you know you're making the right food choices for yourself and you're giving yourself enough time in a clean fasted state, you will deplete up a lot of those glycogen stores, and you will get yourself to a fat adaptive state. And then from there, it's all about the choices that you make in your feasting window. I jump in and out of ketosis all the time, but I also am very confident that I'm always in a healing state because I know how my body is responding to the lifestyle that I've created for myself. So it all is just really about being very self-aware about your own personal body. Denise, I wish I could drink on keto and have a normal life. You mean drink alcohol? You would have to define what a normal life is. Not everyone who drinks alcohol is living a normal life, and not everyone who's not drinking alcohol is living a normal life. So you have to define your own normal life and then place that where it fits in appropriately for you. Sheila, thank you for everything. You're such an amazing woman. Oh, thank you, girlfriend. That is sweet of you to say. Natisha, stopped losing weight. I'm working out 4 times a week, doing the 16-8 method. This has been disappointing. Is it okay to supplement to assist metabolism to jumpstart my weight loss? I would highly recommend that you fast longer before you put in some supplementation. Your body is just probably not being benefited from just 16 hours of fasting, so I would recommend that you fast longer before you supplement. Darlene, all of those benefits are true. However, to be able to get those, I have to control over what I'm doing. This is a lifestyle that makes me feel like I do this. February course graduate. Awesome, girlfriend. Fasting to success. Hi, I'm new. I've been doing keto since January 2nd and IF 1 meal a day. I have to lose 70 pounds. Well, girlfriend, best of luck to you. I think if you stay on the right course and you're fasting long, feasting well, and making sure that you're closing out a lot of other people's advice about what you should be doing with your own body, you will have amazing success. So please make sure you circle back around and keep us posted on your progress for sure. Kathy, thank you for all the information. You're welcome, girlfriend. Charisse, I think it is. Newbie, nice to listen to someone near my age. I'm 62 and have lost 30 pounds doing low carb keto. State of hungry is the best for sure. Carolyn, I've been IF for 2 months and I find I am now getting my teeth. So I am gritting my teeth so much that my teeth are sore. Is this from fasting? I don't know. I don't personally feel that. You might be stressing out about something, so maybe try doing some like meditation or yoga or something and see if you can kind of calm your nerves. Jody from the current class, so she's an April student. Welcome. I'm recovering nutaholic, and thank you for the information on watching even the healthy foods of higher carbs. Yeah, for sure. Not all nuts are considered the best for snacking on. For sure, you want to make sure that you know what those carbohydrate counts are in some of those nuts, and then you make sure that you understand some of those marketing ploys that companies are using when doing things like seasoning nuts and salting nuts and roasting nuts and keeping us very nutaholic for sure. So make sure that you're always aware of those kind of things for sure. And then Andrea from San Francisco, welcome. Jen, well, I have hormone acne. I'm in my mid 30s and have suffered for over 30 years now and have tried to do many things. Yes, I would say it would. My son is suffering from cystic acne, form of hormonal acne, and he has been incorporating intermittent fasting and a more keto-like approach to his nutrition, and we're seeing amazing results for him. So I say yes, for sure. And then you want to figure out what your trigger intolerances are with some of the foods that you're consuming, because it also is nutrition related as well. All of those things will balance out your hormones, which will then help with your acne for sure. Sarah, IF because I am not bloated all the time, flat stomach, and I feel comfortable. Yes, so intermittent fasting will help with abdominal bloating for sure. Let's see, Gwen. Gwen. From East St. Louis, today at 6 p.m. will be 48 hours of water fasting for me. What should I do to break it? I do 1 meal a day also. I would say if you're 48 hours fasting, you probably should have investigated what you should break your fast with if you're going to go into a 48-hour water fast. So there is such a thing called refeeding, and your body could just totally revolt on you if you don't end your fast correctly. I never recommend extended water fasting, so that's anything out of 40 or anything out of a 24-hour window, to anyone who's not researching and or experienced with it. So girlfriend, I would say definitely get some research in before you do any sort of extended water fasting again, because you can really do some damage to your system and your metabolism, even if you're not exiting correctly. Go light, go easy, and definitely stay away from too many carbs when you break that fast for sure. And Jeanette, I'm still not able to get to 20 hours. That's okay, girlfriend. You just keep practicing and you just keep moving forward. Inez from Brazil, welcome. I have osteoporosis and MIF. Some people say it's dangerous, but I feel great. Lost 3 kilos in a month. I'm 51. Yeah, if you feel comfortable with it, eating ding-dongs, eating fast food, drinking too much alcohol, that's all dangerous, and people are okay with that. So stay in your lane, stay comfortable with what you're doing, and don't worry about what other people are saying. Laura, thank you so much. You're welcome, girlfriend. And then Sullen, this is Sue Cooper, love listening and learning. Oh, girlfriend, love to have you with us. Thanks for checking in with us today. And then Sharon, really enjoying the course, seeing and feeling great results second week in. Yeah, girlfriend, keep moving forward. This next week and a half of lessons are really, really good, and will help you really build that concrete foundation for what it is you want to do moving forward. So congratulations to all my April students for sure. And then Kimberly, exercise is not a consequence of poor feasting choices. You're right, girlfriend. Definitely we need to change the mindset around that for sure. And then Helen, thanks for all your advice. I'm grateful for your help. Oh, thank you. And I am grateful for you guys checking in with me. So again, really quickly to close it out, the 3 benefits that I feel we are getting here in this community from intermittent fasting are teaching our body how to become fat adaptive, and really having the opportunity to deplete a lot of this stored glycogen that is getting us in trouble as we go through these hormonal changes, which is insulin resistance and hypoglycemia and living on that edge of diabetes. We don't want to be there for sure. So getting your body into a fat adaptive state is really one of the best benefits of intermittent fasting correctly. Number 2 is, yes, we can hit some of those stages of autophagy. How do we know that? Our body starts to heal itself, and that really is what the end result of autophagy is. Do you have to go to extreme fasting to benefit from autophagy? In my opinion, I don't believe so, and I don't believe so because I'm witnessing firsthand some amazing healing miracles that are happening in this community, and what I teach and what we're practicing is 20 hours of fasting. Women are healing many things that have been troubling them for years. They're getting off of medication, they're reversing diseases, they're losing weight, they're balancing hormones, they're getting off hormone replacement therapies, they are no longer having migraines, sinus problems are going away. Like, you name it, there's healing going on. So who are we to question or say that you cannot trigger some autophagy if you're fasting correctly in an intermittent fasted state? So that's number 2. And then number 3, creating a happy and healthy relationship with food and giving ourselves permission to be intelligent enough to feed ourselves. Ladies, learn how to feed and nourish your own body. Don't wait for someone to print a recipe book or hand you a meal plan or tell you you're not allowed to do this or that. You know what you can do for your body. You know where you reap the best benefits. You know where and when you look and feel your best, when you're living your most authentic life. The authentic part is what we need to remember to focus on. You cannot be authentic if you're waiting for someone else to tell you what to do. Listen to advice and then ask yourself whether that advice is applicable to you or not. And if it's not applicable to you, then it's not good advice for you, and think for yourself. There's nothing that you can do with this lifestyle that's going to mess you up any more than that last diet you were on. Trust me on that. So you have the power and the opportunity to really take advantage of this lifestyle and heal yourself. With that being said, I have been getting a lot of emails and a lot of private messages about women wanting to know how to get into our course. Our course starts on May the 4th. This is our May course. We do one every month. You can go to fortodaysagingwoman.com. You can get on our email list. You can sign up for the course there. During the course, I ask you to think for yourself. I present information to you. I tell you to think about a situation, and I give you 3 entire weeks to create a lifestyle for you that will finally let you be free of having to wait for someone else to tell you what to do with your own body, and give you the confidence and the foundation to create a lifestyle that will, in fact, allow you to look and feel your best and live your most authentic life no matter what age you are. And we as women deserve to have that right for ourselves. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Michael will be joining me on Friday for our For Today's Aging community discussion. We will be back here at 3 p.m. Central Standard Time. I'll have my handsome husband with me, and we will be talking about something that will affect us as a community in a very positive way. So I hope you will join us for that discussion as well. I'll see you guys on Friday.